people who can follow him. Everybody can follow him, both the rich and those poor.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
The Sunny Side with Joyce.
Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome, our friends. Welcome to the Sunny Side. My name is Joyce. It pleases us to have you there wherever you are listening in from. Whether you are on Twitter, on Facebook, Nigeria Info FM 99.3, you can join the live stream. And also, if you're calling in, if you're on Twitter, please send us a message. I'd like to read from you. Of course, we're also on WhatsApp. And I try to live stream from Instagram. And yes, if you're on Instagram with Nigeria Info, please ensure that you leave me your comment. I'd like to read your opinion regarding the situation. In a minute, Pino will read messages off of Twitter for us on Instagram, Nigeria Info. 99.3 FM Lagos. We'd like to get your views on the conversation about the pace. Now, the need for that question is that we have to understand that there is a pace that goes against, well, that's going towards this battle against insecurity. If you're wondering the question, well, that's exactly the question. The pace at which the government is going, trying to deal with insecurity. If you have observed the last few months, the stories have come at you unabated. In fact, practically delivered to you back to back from different areas, different neck of the woods, different corners of Nigeria. You hear the story about insecurity. Well, the government is establishing that they are full aware of the situation. In fact, they know where the kidnappers are, but they're only choosing to be careful. Now, in a bid for government to be careful, it would appear that something else it might appear that something else might suffer as regards to the time taken to deal with the issue, because whether you might have observed it even today somewhere, the news is still reporting issues of kidnapping to some degree, maybe even banditry, and if we're not going quick enough, it might be that what we see is what we are going to get. But then we also must consider what the government believes to be measures that need to be thoroughly thought out, because if they're not careful, they could lose people, and they're trying not to lose people. It looks like being stuck between the devil and a hard place. 014657190 and 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. Do you appreciate the pace at which the government is going? Dealing with insecurity, which is right now a pressing concern in society. Hello, welcome to the show. My name is Joyce. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Kenny Daniel. I'm calling you presently from Lekki.
Thank you very much for calling. Please go ahead.
Joyce, the truth of the matter is that somebody like me, for personal reason, I would never believe Lai Mohammed. That is for me. That's my personal opinion. And
do you begrudge him for something? Is there something about him did he do something to you?
Since he came to power, if he came with propaganda and he's still ruling with propaganda, and in this country it cannot work. You can be on the outside and use propaganda to win the people's heart, but you cannot be in the system and still want to rule with propaganda. It cannot work, because the reality is everywhere for anybody to see. And for the people that have been killed so far, are you now telling me that even if any positive actions are taken now, those who have lost their family will be happy, or they will now come to praise the government? Or what he has said so far has even indicted himself that, okay, they know what to do, or they know who are doing these things, but they have kept mute and decided not to take them on. So for me, it's just the normal, usual Lai Mohammed statement. I don't take it for anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling 99.3 Nigeria Info. That's a caller who is not quite pleased with a comment from the government. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome. Sorry, I lost you. If you can make it back, we'll appreciate it. The Sunny Side. What's your name?
Hey, Joyce, good afternoon.
Welcome. Good afternoon to you.
My name is Johnson.
Welcome, Johnson. We're happy to have you.
Thank you. And you're doing a very good work.
Thank you very much.
The truth of the matter is that whatever they are doing now, until we see the result, we will never believe them.
Okay.
Because this government is seated in lies and deceit, divide and rule. Okay, they say they are map up a special security district for Southeast.
And South, yeah. Southeast and South, but it remains undisclosed.
Uh-huh. All the killing in the Northeast and other parts of the North, what security arrangement did they put in place to deal with it? Let me tell you, the Southeast is not represented in this government by any measure, whether in the security circle or anything of importance. And you cannot be taking decision on my behalf when you have not shown that you care and love me. This government has been very, very unfair and insincere to Nigerians and Southeast in particular. You say you are taking a decision, no, its secret is not known. Because they want to continue in their haters policy.
But it might also be that because it is intelligence, pretty much you don't let the enemy know what you're coming with.
Where is the intelligence in all the killings going on in Nigeria? DSS, police, Nigeria Army, Nigeria Air Force, Nigeria Navy. Where is the intelligence? Now in Southeast, they are suddenly working up for their slumber. I want to tell them anything they do due to their hatred for that part of this country, time will tell, they will pay. A government does not have many of our representatives in place. We can never trust them whatever they do.
Okay, so are you saying that? But insecurity is now looking like a concern for every area of Nigeria right now.
I agree with you, Joyce.
So you don't think the government is working enough to convince you?
The government is not working. They are sleeping. You arrest Boko Haram, you rehabilitate them. Their victims are left to suffer. Where is that done? Where is justice? Where is equity? You are talking about the one perpetrating injustice and the one that suffered it. Nothing is being done to them. God will judge this government harshly. Very, very harshly because they are very wicked. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info is 12 minutes past 1 p.m. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Joyce.
Welcome. What's your name?
Rabi Book on the line.
All right, you can go ahead.
Okay. Joyce, this government have they ever stepped on people's feet? Yes, they have done that several times. Are they really practicing what they say? No, they've not. Okay, for example, say person, nepotism, favoritism, they boycott it for personal interest. Instead of them to now use this very thing to get to the root of the problem and solve it, instead they are just playing in the gallery.
But they're saying if you give them a few days that you can see something you've never seen before, something near miraculous.
Whereas they have lost the trust of the people. You see, because if you are meant to do a particular project and you are skeptical, you are just not straight to it. You are just beating around the bush because of what you favor instead of what you favor other people. The trust will not be there. You know, people that give you the work, they will not have any trust in you. The security problem you are having in the north, okay, now it's circulating in the whole state, even close to your back door, and yet they are just coming to give us species and everything. Yes, we understand. Just like Erifai say that they want to send in fire this jet, chemical, whatever, to go and kill them and do other things. I understand you are not meant to expose your security taking so to say, but what we need is action.
All right.
If you are putting it on the platter of the code, let it be that your work is being shown. Instead, they are just beating around the bush.
So it would appear that in a few days' time, the government has something to show for their place in governance.
Better. It is better than telling us stories and whatever.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. We have Frank here from Ikeja. Hello, good afternoon to you, Frank. We're happy to have you.
Good afternoon.
This is Nigeria Info. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to draw your attention to the history of insecurity in Nigeria from 2015. Are you ready to listen now?
Hopefully.
Yeah. By the time Buhari took over government in 2015, the first thing he did was to militarize the Southeast. He ordered the removal of all military roadblocks across the country except in the Southeast. Now, let's go down. He started building IDPs. These IDPs are for who? They are for people to be displaced by the invading headmen. By that time, headmen were being armed. Are you hearing me? As we are continuing, he went ahead and started disarming the indigenous people of Nigeria. 2018, this thing happened in our presence. Why? Because they wanted to the invading herdsmen to have a field day. no resistance at all.
Okay, hold on
And
a second. Hold on a second. So I understand that you feel that there are some things that might have not worked in your favor. Yeah?
Yes.
But then the government
I'm
is...
giving you-
Yeah, but hold on a second. I don't think we have all the time in the world to take all of that. But now the government is saying that there is something that you can measure their effort by. So I have a question for you. Do you suppose that you cannot measure the government's efforts even though they're asking you to give them a few days to measure their effort? And do you appreciate the pace at which they're going?
They don't have any pace. The government has one option or two. Let me tell you, Buhari must disarm the headsmen. Start from there. He must disarm the headsmen head to toe. That's when he starts being serious. Without that, they are just deceiving people. They can't do anything. And in the southeast, he must withdraw the invading Nigerian army. There's no problem in the southeast before. The moment he does this, believe me, calm will return to the southeast.
Okay,
and the south
sounds brilliant. But so give me an idea, because these guys are, say, rebels. These are not necessarily these are not men who are part of a sane civil society. We don't know that it might be. I don't think that they might just voluntarily all choose to lay down their arms. So how do you think the government can do that? I know it's not your responsibility, but what do you think?
Who is that? Who is the rebel?
Well, I mean, the herdsman, the one, I mean, first there's a herdsman conflict and then there's banditry. So you're saying people need to lay down their arms. So I'm thinking you're speaking specifically to...
I said they should be disarmed. They know where they are. They can disarm them. They can disarm them.
Okay.
That's the only beginning of the solution.
So it's not necessarily giving them the option to lay down their arms. It's more disarm them.
Disarm them. They can do it if they want. But they don't want. That's the truth.
All right. Well, that's another angle you have given us to consider. Thank you very, very much for calling. I do appreciate this. Disarming them is certainly one way to open up this conversation if we're trying to address anything that looks like a serious way to deal with banditry and insecurity in Nigeria. Hello, good afternoon to you, the sunny side. Welcome. Tell me your name. Good afternoon. Sorry, I lost you. If you can make it back, that'll be appreciated. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Disarm them. Hello, welcome. What's your name? Okay, so there's interference. I don't know if you can help us with that. Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
No, I can, but there's interference. I'm going to ask you to please call back. The sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's the pace at which the government is going towards insecurity. Do you appreciate it? Is it really worth commenting or commending? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome, lady. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info. What's your name?
Guys, Mrs. Adeto Kumba on the line.
We're happy to have you. Thank you. Go ahead.
You see, Auntie Joy, this problem, talking, we are talking every day, and the worst is still happening. You see, for this security of a thing, the way I'm seeing it, the security in this country have no head again. Because every day they are killing people, both civilians, both soldiers, they are killing them. They are bombing now as we talk every day in Maiduguri. So let them give this Shakawo, the jihadis, let them give them the whole Maiduguri. Let them make use of it.
No.
So that we can do. Yes. No, but let them give them so that they will build wall of Jericho so that we can remain on our own.
But what happens to the locals there? But there are what happens to the locals? And think about it. If you give Maiduguri to the bandits, you think they're going to stop there? They're not going to stop there.
It will stop. We will build a wall of Jericho.
No. Have you heard the phrase?
So that we done on their own. We done our own.
No, but have you heard the thing? Yeah. All right.
Because this thing will not stop at all. It will not stop.
Yeah, but you're supposed to give no room to the devil. If you gave 1 inch to the devil, he's aiming for 100.
Because once they arrest them, they will kill them, say they are repentant Boko Haram. And after they will come back, they will see Fulani herdsmen. They will say they are repentant Fulani herdsmen. They will still come back. So as long as they are not killing them, they are not jailing them, this thing will be very hard to stop.
We understand your concern. Yeah, thank you very, very much for calling. This is Dennis. He's on Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Joyce, good afternoon.
Welcome.
I don't know if you listened to your station yesterday in the morning, right? Anchored by Sheriff.
Okay.
He invited somebody from the north to talk to us on Nigerian Info yesterday. Dr. Ina Nwaila, something like that. Is that correct?
Well, go ahead.
Now, this man is in government, and he has formed a group. In fact, he told the entire world, whoever that cares to listen to Nigerian Info yesterday, that the government of today has not put anything in place to checkmate insecurity.
Wow.
Yes, it's not as if I was told. I listened to the program in the morning.
Yeah.
That the government of today, the Buhari government of today, has no plan to checkmate or stop insecurity.
Okay, so this is not me necessarily defending the government. This is me saying, well, we can give them a rope to hang themselves. Lai Mohammed is saying that they have plans, and in a few days you're going to see it.
Lai Mohammed? Who is Lai Mohammed? His name should not even be mentioned to Nigeria. He's one of the greatest deceit in government. He's one of the greatest.
This is a different one.
He's a problem to Nigerians. Lai Mohammed is a problem to Nigerians. He has been in government over the years as a propagandist, and he's still doing that to Nigerians. These are people who have no shame. Either statement has no shame. They are disgrace to Nigerians. Lai Mohammed is a disgrace to Nigerians.
Oh, hold on a second.
You don't want to hear him and listen to him again.
Okay, fine. So if you don't want me to talk about him, that's okay. But
don't mention Lai Mohammed.
It's all right if he offends you, But then the issue needs to be dealt with. And he's spokesperson for the government, and he's saying that very soon you will see what the government is doing. So what?
Like what?
To be honest with you, it's still a mystery to all Nigerians because Nigerians are waiting to see something.
Like what? They are killing Nigerians. The issue of whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, is what I was talking about right now. The insecurity is so much that it is Nigerians that have been, they kill them on daily basis, more than COVID, more than any deadly disease, any pandemic you can think of that has ever happened in the entire world, in the history of the entire world. They kill Nigerians every per second. They're more than any cancer that I can take.
So you're saying that even though the government denies being overwhelmed?
Joyce.
Yeah.
Joyce, it is an eye for an eye. This is the only way out. If this country will become a history that there was a country called Nigeria, let it be an eye for an eye. No,
thank you.
That is an eye. The man was telling us Nigeria yesterday that they are 20 million. The Fulanis are 20 millions, and if they actually ask to erase Nigeria, it doesn't take them anything. Go and play the tape again. When he made that statement, I was taken aback that the Fulanis are over 20 million Nigerians.
Yeah, but it's not. Remember that it's not a tribe. Hold on a second. It's not a tribe that's trying to take you down. We have a few elements.
Boy, this is how it works. If you don't want the rodents to produce the milk, you kill the rodents. That is it. Now these people, they have their own. In fact, it's a guerrilla, more or less a guerrilla war. What happened in Afghanistan is what we want to witness right now.
No, you can't quite say that. We're hoping that's no way, please, wait.
Okay, now,
even the thought of it is even very terrifying.
Now, listen, Joyce, they are taking all formations. All military formations is what they are attacking first now. If they weaken all military formations, who is you and I? That is all we have is just padlock on our door.
So the government is working. Are you saying that you don't think?
What are they doing?
Okay. So that means you don't appreciate their pace and it's...
They are doing nothing. They are the problem of the present day government. They know what to do. They are aware of the banditry. In fact, they are orchestrating something.
Thank you very much for calling. It's a very tricky one because many times you want to juxtapose the reality against government's official statements, and then it would appear that you have the people in between all of that and they're dissatisfied with the efforts the government pretty much has exemplified. They don't think it's enough dealing with the situation. I think we can afford one more conversation before we go off on a break. Hello, the sunny side. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon.
Hello, lady. Good afternoon. What's your name?
It's Rita online.
Please go ahead.
Sorry. When you have the lie that tells most is the lie you tell to yourself.
That's the most dangerous lie is the one you tell yourself.
Okay. The one you tell yourself. These people have been lying and keep on lying and keep on lying. They are tired. Themselves, they are tired of saying lying. They don't know what to do. The government doesn't know what to do. He is tired.
So now they're saying that they're not overwhelmed. You suppose that they are overwhelmed. Otherwise, they would have done something about it.
Have you ever seen a mighty man? When a mighty man fall, will he ever say he fall? No. He wants to keep that ego. He doesn't want people to see his... You know what?
No. If a mighty man has fallen, the crowd cheers. Everybody knows he's fallen.
Sorry. Hello. You know what? You see this government you are seeing. One day, they go to hold him and show him and tell the whole Nigeria, behold, your president has been captured. I'm telling you, he's heading to that level.
No, wait, no, please. Like, do you know what it would take, really, for us to get there? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had it on news. I heard you people saying that they intend to.
Yeah, an attempt, exactly. A foolish attempt, according to Garba.
If they have made a move, believe you me, they must get there. Because you can't be sleeping, they can't be sleeping in their houses. Poor people are suffering. They are smiling. Now he will get to their tongue, they will feel the pain. After him, his elder brother want to take over. He will die there.
Who's that?
Tinubu, he will die there.
Oh, no, please don't say that. No, stop. Please wait.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I have no apologies for them. All what they have done to this.
Hold on a second, please. No, stop. Please. You cannot say something like that. I don't appreciate it, and please don't say something like that. Please. You can disagree with government. That's certainly your right to do. But there's some. Don't say that. Don't. It's offending even to me hearing it. So please don't say that. We're off on a break. We'll be right back.
Do you have a complaint on the content of a broadcast? Are you dissatisfied with the content?
No, that you cannot get so offended that you allow the offense impair your judgment. Otherwise, you're already argument. You're trying to go into a battle, or say you're trying to go into a war, but you're already argument. So meaning that you're starting off on two lefts. Yeah. Off on a break? No, let's do one more conversation, please. One more conversation before we go. How are you?
Hello, Joy. Good afternoon.
Hi, that's loud. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Yeah, you're speaking with Douglas.
Welcome, Douglas.
Yes. Yeah, in line with what Lai Mohammed said.
Yeah, please.
I agree with him.
What exactly do you agree with? That they know and they're taking their time because of casualties?
Yes, so they're taking their time. Yes, I agree. And this is where I'm going when I said I agree with them. You know, because he said they don't want, because of casualties, civilians who are there, because of that. But what happened during the NSAS? These people didn't have guns. They didn't consider the casualties. What happened when they deployed soldiers to go and fight people in the East? They didn't consider the casualties. But the thing is, they are taking their time. Why I said I agree with them is because they are taking their time to uncover, the game that is been that's happening behind the scene. Because if they don't take their time, their names will come out, their fingers will be burnt, and so that is why they're taking all the time. And so that's why I agree with him that it is in a case like this, if you don't take your time, you will expose yourself. So it's a good job that Lai Mohammed is doing, okay, but you should do it well so that when they eventually, come out to show us those signs, we will not trace it back to them again, okay? Because some of the approach to... Hello?
Well, we're with you. I think you're being cynical here.
Sorry?
I think you're being cynical.
How?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, okay. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, for them to say, I know Nigerian military. Honestly, it wouldn't take Nigerian military if it is not politicized one day to finish Boko Haram, to end Boko Haram. What did Buratai say when they invited him to Senate? He said, if we want the kidnapping and the Boko Haram to end, it will end. That is what he said to us. And so it's a thing that we know what is happening. We know what we are doing. So it's not something that the insurgents are... See, if, as I am like this, do you know the summary, Joy? My summary here today, Nigeria is at war. And because of that, everybody must learn how to defend himself. Now, I'm not saying that you should take a gun defending yourself, because if you carry a gun, you need a license, okay, to carry a gun and all of that. But you have a knife.
Hold on a second. Nigeria isn't at war. If I think I understand what you mean, because I'm also trying to understand what the statement in itself even means. Nigeria isn't at war. We're dealing with insecurity, and the government is saying something to you. So if you were to separate your sentiments, can we at least arrive at some logicality to the conversation? Because Nigeria isn't. I mean, you're not running, aren't you? In your house, you're in your house, aren't you?
No.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
I'm with you. Where are you calling from?
All I'm saying is
that's the point.
They don't have any... The space that he's asking for... Do you need to ask for time? The one who gave him the one he has been using before?
No, they're working on it. So the conversation is that, well, he's saying that they're working on something and you will see it soon.
That is why I said let them work at it.
Okay.
But sooner or later we will see exactly what all the thing that he wants us to see. We'll see it, all of us.
Okay, sounds like you're choosing to be patient with the process. All right, so the cost of patience and then pretty much the fact that Nigerians are getting on a daily basis apprehensive. We're going to do a few messages. Hello, this is Nigeria Info. Good afternoon. Hello, can you hear me? Are you ready? Mm-hmm.
Abe Emmanuel on Twitter says, it will take the seriousness of the federal government to combat the insecurity in the country and not just keep giving excuses. Federal government is gambling with the lives of the citizens.
So I guess you're saying that they're saying be patient, or at least they're being careful, and that's taking time, and the time pretty much is not even stopping the bandits from pretty much perpetrating what we now know to be antisocial behavior. Go ahead.
Omakin says pace. As the Nigerian government started making any attempt at confronting the terrorists, I know they'll prefer to call them bandits. I haven't seen anything like that yet. But Nigerians and the whole world will see when the attempt commences, right?
Well, yeah, I guess in no time, you're told.
A message on WhatsApp says, Joyce, good afternoon. If indeed federal government knows where these kidnappers are, how many of them have they been able to arrest and prosecute? The penalty for kidnapping is death sentence. Let Lai Mohammed continue his lie. Akin on WhatsApp. Gatti from Ekpe says, I'm really confused here. How did the government come to label these people wreaking havoc as kidnappers, bandits, and terrorists? What is the connection between kidnapping, terrorism, banditry, and present government? I think now that above extreme criminalities is coming closer to them, I guess they would get a solution to the problem in no time. My humble possible solution is a state of emergency on security.
State of emergency and security. All right.
Yes.
Please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Joyce. I don't believe this government's cock and bull story.
Cock and bull story.
Okay. Okay, I guess that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Let's watch and see. EUJ from Ikoyi.
So I think what the government needs to take seriously now is the fact that while they're dealing with insecurity on one hand, the people don't appear trusting of what they say. And that pretty much has played out on a regular basis, just trying to talk to the average Nigerian. It doesn't quite appear that there is faith between the people and the government. And maybe that in itself takes a toll when it comes to the people working with the government. It kind of maybe, it maybe places a burden on what needs to be, say, synergy between the people and the government for there to be unity on both sides to be able to deal with something. So hopefully the government can take that seriously enough to understand that they must show the people to be true and on their side. I mean, it's one thing to say it, it's something else to kind of show it exactly. Hello.
Olugbemi Tomide says, Good afternoon, Joyce. I personally don't have any faith in the government that allowed our citizens to be killed before taking any action. Please leave Lai Mohammed alone. It's the agitators that made him come out. They are completely clueless. In fact, they do not have any pace. If they call this pace, then the nation is in trouble.
Well, the way you put that one. If they call this pace, then the nation is in trouble. So once again, someone is saying, well, another person is saying this is not a pace. Well, this is not how you deal with something as serious as insecurity. All right, go ahead.
Whether federal government is doing enough, a Yoruba maxim says, if you take 10 years to prepare to be mad, how much time would be left to actually be mad? How do federal governments stop the loss of lives and properties while taking their time to stop the loss?
I like that. Well, that's an adage. It's a beautiful one. Yeah.
I don't understand what this person is
Then
saying.
I can go on a musical break then.
Yes.
Well, from the break, we'll be right back. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's language and interpretations. On the sunny side, my name is Joyce. Enjoy. Yeah. Average in quality. Not very good. Something you might regard as uninspiring, run-of-the-mill, amateur, something inferior. I would call it second-rate. All right. So I want to ask this question today on radio. I want Nigerians to measure themselves, weigh themselves, judge themselves. On the sunny side, 42 minutes past 1 p.m. Do I have that program? Do I have it? Okay. Yeah. Happy holiday to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Don't worry, I'll join you at 3 o'clock. I need that break myself. And welcome to the show. My name is Joyce Onyemuwa. I don't know why every time I say my surname, I think I don't say my surname enough. It sounds almost foreign to me. Okay. My name is Joyce Onyemuwa, and I realized that Nigerians are perceived a certain way. So let's even start from there. It's the perception first of all. And maybe there might be an atom of truth to that. So I don't know who your friends are. I don't know where you're hanging, with whom you're hanging. I don't know who's looking you in the eye and telling you something. They could be telling you the truth. They could be doing you a favor by being polite. They might just be nailing you to it and putting it out the way that it is. I don't know. But if you've been around town enough, you might have heard, if you've not had any direct experience, about how Nigerians are perceived. All right? So I feel today, interpretation, we're going to particularly, pin that to someone. Today we're choosing to pin that word to the Nigerian. Nigerians are what they are. You find us on our good days, we're wonderful. You find some Nigerians on a bad day, they're great people. And then you find the ones who say that they are just being Nigerian, meaning that they kind of fluctuate. They're as good as the situation requires them to be. And they're as bad as the devil can, bring them to become. Like, they pretty much would go with what is said to be the availability of human gratification, the money, the moment. Like, their modesty is on discount. Their morality is on discount. Depends on who's paying. The man is certainly, he would go for a price. But I don't know whether Nigerians admit that much to themselves. So today, that picture, that spotlight is on the Nigerian. We're going to go off on a break, and when we come back on the sunny side, remember this is Nigeria Info, and my name is Joyce. When we come back, we're going to try to interpret Nigeria, or the Nigerian, against the word mediocrity. Is the average Nigerian mediocre? On radio, we'll be right back.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. Information is a source of development. Stay tuned.
Mummy Shade.
What we claim to be and how true that actually is. And I want to share an experience with you today. It's something that pretty much was my encounter buying something off of Instagram. Yeah. And I thought that showed me a part of Nigeria, or say, I can say that a part of Nigeria that I wish was not the case. I mean, we have a number of problems. Insincerity when it comes to a person's business should not be it should not be one of the problems we're dealing with. I think I would like to open up the telephone lines first and have you get in on that conversation. And then in a few minutes, I'll share with you my personal experience to pretty much allow you see how you might be able to maybe defend the average Nigerian against mediocrity, or maybe choose to underscore, highlight, and certainly reiterate the fact that to a large degree, the average Nigerian can be called mediocre. 0700 993 993 993 01465 7190. Language and interpretations. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, my daughter.
Turn off your radio, please.
Okay, I have done that.
Welcome. What's your name?
Stephen Bassi calling from Agbara.
Okay, Agbara, thank you very much. Go ahead.
I have carefully listened to your program, my daughter, and
Pardon me, I'm not your daughter. Pardon me.
Whatever, but I have carefully listened to this program, and if I should accuse you of being on a defensive side, don't be angry with me, because from last couple of days, we find out that a lot has not been going on.
Are you speaking on the topic?
No.
But hold on. I'm not defending the government. I'm reporting the government. You can choose to lacerate the government however you please, with criticism, with your judgment. I mean, they owe you that. So if the government isn't doing for you what you expect of them, absolutely, it's your right. Don't even think I'm defending them. I'm Nigerian as you. You think they pay me differently?
Okay.
No.
Okay. But the truth must be told.
Yeah, but pardon me, dear, we're on a different topic right now. I think you might have missed that.
The case of insecurity.
Oh, bless your heart. We're actually on a different conversation right now.
Okay.
Can you hear me? We're on a different conversation right now. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to contribute to that, or maybe you can just sit back and enjoy the conversation.
Put me through. Let me see what.
Okay, so fortunately for you, you're certainly going to have the privilege to allow me pretty much share, not just with you, but with everyone else. Welcome. We're talking about, is the average Nigerian mediocre? Is the average Nigerian substandard? And yes, how do you judge the substandard nature of the average person? You can judge their morality, their ethics. You can judge their truth, their familiarity with the truth. You can judge them on their principles. You can judge them by what they claim to believe, and if they defend that which they believe. And many times, defending what you believe doesn't necessarily mean you have to be up in arms. It just says that you're standing by what you claim you believe. Is the average Nigerian mediocre? 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190. Hello. Sorry, I lost you. Make it back. Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
Welcome. Tell us your name, please. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Lillian.
Welcome, Lillian. We're happy to have you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I think I would agree there's a lot that we need to do as individuals.
It's okay. I mean, I don't want you to use euphemisms with that. I want you to call it what it is. Are we mediocre because we haven't done what we're supposed to do?
I wouldn't say we are mediocre, because there are lots of people that are doing very well. They are excellent.
Yeah, that's why I said the average Nigerian.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I would say a lot of us. Like, I try to shop online severally, and I find that there's a quoted price. Each time I send the message, the price changes. And, there's a lot of, we have to do a lot on our integrity. I think we need to improve.
Does our lack of integrity make us mediocre by any measure? Or do you think we're still wonderful people, but we have no integrity? Like, is that what you're trying to say? Can a person still be said to be... Okay, go ahead.
For me, mediocre is when you do things that are substandard.
Yeah, if you're not telling the truth, that's substandard.
So, and I think that in terms of maybe goods and services, now if we have the resources and we have the enabling environment, Nigerians can do a very good job.
Okay.
So, but today, what I think the challenge is, the environment is conditioned to make people, produce substandard things.
That's for production. What about principles? That's for production. What about principles?
In terms of principles, I mean, there's a lot of bankruptcy in that area. But I think, and I can agree, that for the average Nigerian you meet on the road, because, for example, you join a bus and you want to get down somewhere and the bus driver is holding your change, you ask for your change, he tells you to wait. And then he gets to the bus stop and then forces you out and races off. You go to the fuel station to buy fuel, the fuel attendant already has 500 naira or 1,000 naira in the meter, and he's calling you on and trying to distract you, and then you buy, and you're paying 4,000 for 3,000 worth of fuel. So everywhere you go, you find these kind of things all around, and I think we need to do a little more for ourselves.
But given all of that, we're still not mediocre.
Well, yeah. You can say that.
No. So the problem is you're saying I can say that you're afraid to admit it. So that's the problem. I want you to give me a yes or a no. If you have another word, I will appreciate it.
I'm not going to say yes or no because I can't give a blanket one, because there are people who are not mediocres.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can say that. You can say, well, some people are not. But you're actually not even saying that there are some people who are.
A lot of people are not, and there are.
Oh, there some people are not, and then some people are.
Yes.
Oh, we found a way out of that bottleneck. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info, welcome to the sunny side. This is going to be difficult, I know. But we can try. Can you hear me? Good afternoon to you. This is the sunny side. We're glad to have you here. What's your name? Hello?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Yes, my name is Samuel.
Welcome, Sam.
Good. On your question, if Nigerians are mediocre.
Yeah.
Let me go with the other lead that says some are, some aren't.
Oh, beautiful.
But a large proportion are. Now, in this large proportion that are, there are also subsects for them. And these subsects are those that are deliberate and those that are not deliberate.
Okay.
Deliberate, these people are set out to cheat you, to rip you off of your money or not give you value for your money. But there are those who I say are not deliberate, is they actually do not know better. So, due to their lack of knowledge, exposure, information, or whatever it now is, they fall into that category also. But it's not deliberate. They are trying within all their means to do it.
Yeah.
A typical example, let's put it this way. Mr. A has imported fake tires, and Mr. B has gone to buy these same tires to resell. He's not selling you fake tires intentionally, but he's selling you fake tires as a result of what he got in the market.
Okay.
Now, Mr. A, who is the deliberate one, who went on to import the fake tires to sell to you, is the mediocre. But Mr. B, who is reselling, is a mediocre also, because he is selling you substandard tires, but he is not deliberate about it. I think, that makes it there. While those who are not mediocres, unfortunately, their percentage is not so significant. And as such, because a larger portion are mediocres, it rubs off on them, unfortunately. While it makes it more difficult for them to ply their trade or what have you, without being looked upon as mediocres in this sense.
Okay, so thank you very much for the example you've shared. It sounds like something you're speaking specifically to the area of, say, trading or selling in the market space. But what about principles, though? What about principles?
Look, it all goes to principles. A typical example, I don't know if it would be appropriate to cast shades now. We all use banking services.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then we find out that our accounts are being debited consistently for charges that are unwarranted, scrupulous, happening to us and the rest of it, for services we didn't get. So those are mediocres. Okay, let me still on this same financial aspect. Let's look at it this way again. Nigeria is one of the very few countries, if not the only country, where those who depend on these financial service providers are making losses, while all the financial service providers are making magnanimous profits.
So to some degree, then, some Nigerians therefore are mediocre, regardless of the education. Some Nigerians are mediocre.
Yes, exactly. That's why I said that some even become mediocres but are not intentional.
Yeah.
Some is as a result of maybe the field where they find themselves participating or plying their trade, while some is outright. And also, you see, now I also went into the financial sector. That those ones tend to rip each and every one of us off. They do. I would say they'll do a basket. Okay, I have 1 million customers. If I send these charges out, how many will complain? Maybe 100,000. I'll refund those. Then the 900,000 that don't, I make money off them. So you see, such things keep going on and on and on, and automatically it becomes systemic.
So some people are, some people aren't. All right, thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info Language and Interpretations. Hello.
Good afternoon, Jay.
Welcome.
On the line.
All right, go ahead.
Our reality differs, and just like the lady woman that said, some people are, some people are not. There is this thing we say in Igbo, in keep out and we're recording. Situation and condition has conditioned people to begin to see life in another way. Not that they don't have principles or values, but because of the environment or whatever thing offers that are trying to influence their original selves. So, our principles is there, but there is this thing, when you light a candle, a matches stick, and you just leave it alone, it will burn away itself. But when it's close to other matches, it will...
Is it possible that the average Nigerian can choose to make a decision against their environment? I want a yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling the sunny side. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome. You have about 2 minutes. I hope it's enough for you. Tell us your name, you can go ahead.
All right, my name is Imo. I'm calling from Ikeja. So I'll just go straight to the point here. So now the thing is, I like to think Nigerians are, the average Nigerian is mediocre, not because they want to be, but because of the society we find ourselves in. Society has has molded us into a particular kind of being that just has no reason, but should I say, there has no other option but to be mediocre. For example, the financial institutions, many of them just cheat you, and you know they are cheating you. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it because there are no processes for you to fight the system, and these guys just continue doing exactly what they are doing, and everybody just keeps quiet because, see, you're on the site. The media, for example, you call into radio stations and you can't tell the truth because radio stations are afraid that some governing body is going to, come after you and do something bad to your hustle, and, as a result, the radio stations just can't tell the truth, or they cannot allow people to tell the truth. Everybody is...
Do you suppose that we show up here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to just lie to you?
No. I'm not talking about...
So you think we're modulating the truth? We're modulating it.
Yes, what I'm saying is that it's the system. You see, the system has a way of bringing out the mediocrity in a lot of people.
So do you suppose that Nigeria Info, or say media houses in general, are mediocre because they're modulating the narrative to not...
That's why I said some radio station. Now, if I was referring to this particular radio station, I would say it exactly as it is, all right?
Oh, okay.
Now, and again, I'm saying this because I have had the experiences. Now, you read the headline. The headline says somebody stole a can of Gary or whatever. Then you go into the details and you just don't see that. There's just too much happening because the system somehow allows it.
Okay. So,
and that is the reason why I believe the average Nigerian is mediocre. There are no checks, no balances, nothing. We are just doing because we can do, and because nobody's actually looking into that particular situation. Yeah. Nobody's trying to moderate the particular situation. Then everybody's just doing as they like.
Thank you.
That is why I believe the average
Nigerian is mediocre. Thank you very much for that clarity. We do appreciate it. We're off on a break. We'll be right back with the headlines.
Africa's #1 station for talk.
Senate President Ahmed Lawan assured Nigerians.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.